One of the first things I made when I started being more intentional with my time in the kitchen was pretzel bread, and it made me really want some soft pretzel bites. So I decided to try a discard pretzel bite recipe. I started by measuring 120 grams of milk, which is about a half of a cup, and then I warmed it up. Then I added 13 grams or 1 tablespoon of brown sugar and about 4 grams of yeast. Then let it rest. Proof of life. After about 10 minutes, I added in 100 grams of discard, about 28 grams or 2 tablespoons of softened butter, and then 250 grams or 2 cups of all-purpose flour with about 3 grams of salt, which is about a teaspoon. I did a lot in my kitchen, and so my stand mixer was in process of being washed, so I just used a whisk and then gave up and switched to my hand, which was much easier for the kneading process. Took about 5-ish, 6-ish minutes, and then I let it rest for about an hour. When it rose, I gently punched it down because it is tradition. And then I put it into a ball and divided it into roughly 8 pieces that were about the same size. Then I took each of the little pieces and made into a ball and then rolled them out into like a snake. I guess at this point you could shape it into a pretzel, but I wanted pretzel bites. So I took my little dough cutter thingy and I made them into little chunks that were, I want to be honest and say not even close to the same size, but I tried. Put them on a baking sheet that was lined with a silicone mat and then let them rest for about 30 minutes after everything was said and done. Once they rested for a little bit, I boiled 8 cups of water, added 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and a 1/4 cup of baking soda. Do this very slowly because it will boil over 100%, and the mess is fantastic. Ask me how I know. Then I added in about 1/4 of all of my little pieces, and they went for their little bath for about a minute. I made sure that all of them were covered the whole time, just so that I could get a good crust on them. Flip them around, just kind of baby them a little bit. But if you don't, the water will boil over anyway, so it's fine. It's fine. Tried to get off as much excess water as possible and then added some salt to my little bites. And then once they were all done, I added them to a 450-degree oven for about 9 minutes. And they turned out beautifully. Chef's kiss. And the taste, perfection. This was the best snack ever.